Does Biden step down? The Trump campaign is saying he's going to be the candidate, but there's a division out there. I'm going to present you with both sides. You guys can tell me, is Biden going to be the candidate? Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are as we march with Trump all the way to his election on November 5th. Well, we have a lot of Twitter stuff. We have Jason Miller from the Trump campaign. We have speculation from Bill O'Reilly on the subject. And I got to tell you, I don't know. I don't see how they run Joe Biden. That's a previous quote of Trump's, by the way.
Able to make every single solitary person.
We're going to start right here with the speculation on Twitter. That's Colin Rugg. Just in, the Democrat National Committee wants to stamp out calls to replace President Joe Biden by formally nominating him as early as mid-July. That's this month. According to Bloomberg, great news for all. According to people familiar with the matter, the DNC wants to nominate Biden on July 21st when the Credentials Committee meets. They will reportedly be meeting to finalize procedures before the convention in Chicago in August. Quote, the plans to nominate the president early could serve another purpose, helping to quell talk of a potential replacement or an open convention following Biden's cataclysmic debate against Donald Trump, unquote, Bloomberg reported.
Eligible for what I've been able to do with the...
This is still fallout from that debate. Now, here's Bill O'Reilly. Here's a Biden update from BillO'Reilly.com news headquarters. The decision has been made that the president will quit the campaign. Now, that is just pretty clear. 2 reasons. Democrats' internal polling says he cannot recover from the debate, and the fundraising is drying up. Now, I don't believe Bill O'Reilly on this one, and that's saying a lot because I really like Bill O'Reilly. I think he's speculating, and he wants to be first to officially announce that Biden is stepping down. Here's some other rumor I saw on Twitter from iSource News. Obama to decide. Flies into D.C. for crisis talks. Will pick nominee to replace Joe. Now, so far, all I've heard from Obama is that that Biden's the person. That's all I've heard from the Obama camp. Clinton camp also. So these are the insiders that they say will be the final decision. Do you believe Obama will be the final pick? Do you believe it could influence having his spouse bring him back into the White House?
With the COVID, with dealing.
Yeah, nothing left of that guy. CNN Politics. A debate watch party in Los Angeles on Thursday night happened to feature Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, Pritzker, Whitmer. Whitmer's another one who could be floated up as president, and Bashir. There were other high-profile attendees by a few answers in. That's Biden's performance. Rob Reiner was screaming about losing, and Jane Fonda had tears in her eyes, according to people in the room. Now, watch the Democrat Party. They're going to switch. This is some of the videos of them back when they were saying Trump triggered the 25th Amendment, that they had to call it out on Trump. This is from those days.
What exactly would have to happen to invoke the 25th Amendment in this country?
Obviously, in an ideal world, you would try to invoke the 25th Amendment, which I think is amply justified.
The man is deeply mentally unstable. The cabinet should convene immediately to discuss the 25th Amendment.
If he's crazy and incompetent and stupid, then we have to look at the 25th Amendment.
People in the president's inner circle have brought up the 25th Amendment at least 20 times.
This is 25th Amendment kind of stuff.
The whisper campaign over the 25th Amendment.
We're going to talk about the 25th Amendment.
Let's talk about the 25th Amendment.
Look at the 25th Amendment.
There is the 25th Amendment.
Consider the 25th Amendment.
Maybe we should consider the 25th Amendment.
The 25th Amendment.
How likely is it that the 25th Amendment,
25th Amendment,
25th Amendment,
25th Amendment, 25th Amendment
could be invoked?
The 25th Amendment, 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 25th Amendment. I did my first 25th Amendment segment on this show about, 30 days into this presidency. 25th Amendment, 25th Amendment, 25th Amendment, 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment used the 25th Amendment.
Look.
Yeah, and those calls for the 25th Amendment for that guy Just again, look at them. They will not. We're starting to hear it now. What the first glimpse of it came this week from Chip Roy, but I haven't heard it from the Democrats.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Here's the Babylon Bee with the truth. Media apologizes for briefly reporting the truth about Biden last week during the debates. Yeah, they had a moment of clarity where they told the truth going, this guy can't run. But now it looks like the narrative with the Democrat Party is back to Biden is the candidate. That's according to them. So now we all know that the media has to get behind the Democrat Party once again. That's what I predict you'll start to see. You'll see them say, that was a one-time event that Biden fell down. Wow, isn't he looking sharp? He's looking so much clearer. He's going to be the exact same guy. But they're just going to try and pull one over on you. They have to drag him over the finish line. Now, here's Jason Miller on from the Trump campaign. He knows.
So now we have this environment where media liberals and a lot of Democrats and people who had supported the president are urging him to step aside. I've heard Donald Trump, though not lately, say he ultimately didn't think Biden would be the nominee. Do you think when the dust settles that Joe Biden will be on the ticket?
Joe Biden's definitely going to be the Democrat nominee for a couple of reasons.
But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
On the
Trump campaign has flat out said Biden is the nominee. The Democrat Party has officially said Biden is the nominee. Obama, who's supposedly the guy that's going to magically replace him, has said we're going with Biden.
The fact that so many in the media, especially the media establishment, have sat by for 3.5 years and said nothing about Joe Biden. I mean, just a week and a half ago, we were debating whether or not these cheap fake videos are basically accurate descriptions of Joe Biden were real or fake. And now the same people who are decrying that are saying Joe has to go. Here's why Joe is going to be the nominee. Number one, you can't force him off. Some 3,700 out of the 3,800 regular Dem delegates are bound on the first ballot, so they can't force him.
So that's just by their own rules. They could break them, but they have to go with Joe Biden by their own rules.
A couple of reasons why Joe Biden is not going to leave on his own. Number one, that'd be the end of the Biden family business. There'd be nothing else. I mean, you're not going to teach a Biden how to code or have them go switch another occupation. They've been selling access for 50 years.
That's literally the only job they've ever had, is selling influence to China and Ukraine.
Biden doesn't want his reputation, his legacy to be tarnished as a quitter. As the same way that we're now saying presidents don't want to be the next Herbert Hoover. 100 years from now, they'll be saying they don't want to be the next Joe Biden.
Yeah, but Biden's going to lose, and that's going to be his legend. That's the thing that I don't think anyone understands, is the Democrat Party has to be clear that he's going to lose.
But more importantly, Joe Biden has launched a dangerous precedent for what happens to American presidents when they leave office. And when you look at by his letting the genie out of the box, it is now the norm that we are essentially a third world banana republic where you have congressional investigations, civil lawsuits, criminal lawsuits. It's a very uncertain future for any president now when they leave. I think Joe Biden knows that.
So now, to avoid his own prosecution, Joe Biden wants to stay in office 4 more years. What do you guys think? Is Biden the candidate? It's a pretty simple answer. It's a yes or no. Give us your reasons. I'm Doug in Exile.